The death toll from the earthquake which struck Nepal on Saturday has risen to at least 1,900. The quake brought down buildings in capital Kathmandu and also touched off an avalanche on Mount Everest. Among the capital's landmarks destroyed in the earthquake was the 60-meter Dharahara Tower, built in 1832 for the Queen of Nepal, with a viewing balcony that has been open to visitors for the last 10 years. A collapse in communications has hampered relief efforts, raising fears of a humanitarian disaster across the impoverished Himalayan nation of 28 million people. India's Foreign Secretary has announced the launch of an emergency aid operation.
As I speak to you, our first aircraft, which is a C-130 aircraft, is on its way. It should be landing any time at Kathmandu airport. The aircraft is carrying 3 tons of supplies. It is also carrying 40 members of the National Disaster Response Force and with their equipment. Later on today, we would be having 2 more aircraft, C-17s, which will be taking off. These are bigger aircraft. They will be taking off from Hindon Airport.
There were reports of devastation in outlying, isolated mountainous areas after the earthquake struck, with a magnitude of 7.9, the worst in 81 years. The U.S. has authorized $1 million in aid for Nepal, an amount described by officials as an initial outlay to address immediate needs. American disaster response and rescue teams will also be sent.
Our main mission, and this mission, we've been committed to this mission because we live in earthquake country, is that we find people in collapsed buildings and we try to rescue them and then lend aid to them.
India, meanwhile, says it will deploy air support to aid in rescue efforts.
So once we have a damage assessment, which we hope to have done overnight, by tomorrow our endeavor would be to have 5 helicopters positioned in Kathmandu and 5 helicopters positioned in Pokhara. These helicopters, 8 of them would be Mi-17s, 2 of them will be ALHS. Their role would be to do the local rescue, to do airlift if they have to, and to do food distribution locally.
The impact of the earthquake was felt across neighboring Indian states, where at least 36 people were reported dead, in China, where there were 12 fatalities, and in Bangladesh, where at least 4 people lost their lives.